Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a tutorial based off of tips on how to wear a bold lip, just to kind of have like a standout pout in your face lip. And something that I know when I focus on, when I just want to mainly focus on my lip color and have that stand out, everything else is, while maybe using simple colors, it's simplified, it's still on point, you know, still having the flawless looking skin, eyebrows. And I feel like for me, the things that I always mainly want to kind of try to focus on are like the 4 L's. You know, the lips, the lashes, the liner, and le brow. Honestly, those are the most important, you know, especially having a flawless canvas, just kind of creating very flawless looks, just so that one color can really stand out the most. And what I like to do personally is really just do kind of a nude eye, but still some dimension there, but you know, you're not taking tension away from the lips. And the palette that I actually wanted to use today was the Balm Meet Matte Nude palette, and I actually just kind of talked about and did some swatches on this palette in my favorite eyeshadow palette video, and I'll link that one down below so you can see more colors specifically. But I like this. This is a nude, this is a neutral palette, but you can do so much with this. And honestly, this is a really simple eye look. Like, it's gonna be real simple. And then honestly, you just gotta focus on the liner and getting that on point, and that just takes practice as well. For those of you, you know, who maybe don't have this palette, or you know, it's not on sale yet, because they always have on sales 50% off on these palettes. Another great palette that I've been going to do these kind of simple but on point eye looks has been the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral Matte palette, and you can get this for $20 at Target. But I've been using this palette a lot in my video, so I just kind of want to switch it up and, you know, use this guy again in another video so you guys can kind of see, you know, it in action. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, maybe pick up some tips, and I'll see you guys next time. So I've already primed my eyes with MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. Then I'm going to go in with the Meet Matte Nude palette, and I'm going to take the color Matte Sing, and with a fluffy brush just kind of dust that all over like my eyes. And this is the really pretty peach color, not too light, not too dark, and this is going to create a really nice transition for the rest of our eyeshadows. We're not going to be using too much, but I think this color is really important to help transition that one color you're going to put in your crease. Then we're going to take that color Matte Malloy and use that right underneath our brow bone. It comes off, you know, pretty pigmented, but it blends out really nicely in the end. So we're just going to get that in there underneath that brow bone to highlight. Then I'm going to go in with Matte Lombardi and that Matte Malloy, kind of mix those together so it's not too yellow and too white, and go in with that flat shader brush and use that for my eyelid, because I want it a little bit brighter than that yellow, although with the yellow alone I think that's really nice, but not as stark white as the white. So I kind of like that mixture of those together. Then I'm just going to go in with that clean fluffy brush and just kind of blend that all together. And then I'm going to go in with the color Matte Rosen with a more kind of flat head, almost kind of fluffy brush, crease brush, put that directly into my crease. And I kind of keep my eye a little bit open just so I can kind of find that crease, that kind of indentation in your eye where you're kind of going to slip that color in. And this is just a little bit darker, but not too dark. Like, you don't want a black, because that's just, I've done the black, and no. Honestly, just do it like maybe a lighter color, and it actually will kind of stand out as you build it up. So just do a little bit and just build up the color to the consistency that you're going to want. And then don't forget to go back in with that same fluffy brush and just blend out that color so you don't have any harsh lines. For my foundation, I used the NYX HD Studio foundation, and then I went in with the Wet n Wild Fergie collection. This is the Come Correct concealer, and this is a pretty thick concealer, as I kind of want to show you guys. So this is really going to cover. So I just put that underneath my eyes with my finger, dab it on there, and then I'm going to go in later with a beauty blender. You can definitely use your fingers for this, but at the end to kind of really blend it out under my face, I really like using a beauty blender. That's actually one of my favorite tools to blend out my concealer, and you can even use that to kind of clean up the edges of your eyeshadow. You can do that with a Q-tip or concealer. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette, and I'm going to go ahead and use that darker shade to kind of start contouring. I'm kind of playing around with this. Don't worry, soon I will be doing a how to contour and highlight palette. But for right now, I just really want to test out and play with some cream kind of contour color. So I'm just putting that in the areas where I kind of want to define and create shadows to kind of help slim down and add some dimension to my very, very round face. So I'm just putting that on with a blush just for a little bit more, you know, distinct placement, but you can definitely use your fingers. As you'll see later, I ended up using my fingers for that highlight color, just because I couldn't find another brush, and that works just as well. Plus with your fingers, I feel like that really helped warm up this product. I'll be doing a review on this as I kind of play with it and experimenting a little bit more, and I'm just placing this highlight where I want to highlight and have those features stand out. To blend that product out, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to start off with the lighter portion, the lighter color where I highlighted, and then go into where I contour, because if you go from the dark to the light, that's just going to add that darkness under where you wanted to highlight originally. So it's just a lot easier to go from light to dark. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Take on the Day Mattifying Powder from the Fergie collection, and using that to set underneath my under eyes, because it really is a nice finely milled powder that won't take up any product. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural, just with a fluffy brush, and just go all over that product. And then to bronze and kind of set that cream contouring, I'm going to use my NYX bronzer in the color Sunny. Then with a pencil brush, I'm going to go back in with that color Matte Rosen, just to kind of dust underneath my waterline, just to kind of create that transition. In preparation then with a flat head brush, I'm going to go in with that color Matte Wood and just tightline on my waterline as closely as possible. I like this instead of a black. It's still dark and it defines, but it's not dark. Then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Scandal Eyes liner in the color Nude and put that right into my waterline instead of black, because this is going to make your eyes appear larger, give you that doe-eyed bright effect. Then I'm going to go in with the Milani Baked Blush and Bellisimo Bronze, and I ended up putting too much, but no worries. If you do, go in with that damp beauty blender and just press right over that, and it'll soak up any excess product you might have accidentally used, and go in with a fluffy brush to blend it out even more. For my highlight, I'm actually going to go in with this eyeshadow by Milani and Bella Chiffon, and I love this as a nice kind of champagne gold highlight over the high points of my cheeks. And then I'm even going to go in with my kind of inner corner of my eyes and brighten that, so it's great for eyeshadow or all around your face. To line my lips, I'm going to use this lip liner by NYX, and I love their lip liners. Very inexpensive but very great quality. This one is in the Bloom, and I'm going to start lining my lips. And honestly, if you need to kind of rest your elbow on a table, that really helps to kind of give you a little bit more control, because you really want to take your time with a dark lip color, but a lip liner is going to be your best friend. For the lipstick, I want to use the Nars Schiap, one of my favorite bright pink lipsticks. And if you're afraid of bright colors, transition in with a hot pink and you'll start loving the reds and the really deep vampy colors later too. And honestly, with this, take your time. However, if you mess up or if you wanted to define your lips even more, go in with a concealer that's closest to your skin tone, and just a tiny brush for more control, and just use that to clean up any edges and just make it crisp. And this is really going to help you have just a crisp, standout, pow in your face lip. For some dewiness, I'm going to add my MAC Fix Plus, and to set my face, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Makeup Setting Spray. And that is all, and you have the perfect, crisp, bold lip, and everything else is just simple, but it just kind of flows together and it just makes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.